Hey, Sunday Funday. We got a lot on the go today, boys and gals. Right now what we're doing is getting ready to yard this 409 out of here, because guess what? She is heading to the machine shop tomorrow. Monday's going to be a good day. Engine going to the machine shop, going to get tore down and going to see where we're at from there. So we're going to get this yanked out, going to finish welding up some holes on the firewall, and we're just going to take it from there. Oh yeah, what a good day. Super stoked. So we're going to start there, and I got a bunch of new shit that I purchased, watching things, watching ads, watching Marketplace, watching Craigslist, watching it all. And I got some new stuff for the shop. So anyway, I'm going to hook this picker up. Got a moment from the rain right now. Want to get this yanked out while I can. Back in a bit. Alright, got the engine and transmission out. Just got to unbolt the engine, or the transmission from the engine now, but there we go. Then we'll get back to welding some holes up on here. And then we'll go from there. Excellent, excellent. Yeah. I'm excited to get it down to the to my machine shop guy, Terry, there, and see what he has to tell me about it. And somebody asked, is this a 348 or 409? No, this is a 409. It is the 409. It's the last year of the 409. It's actually late 64, maybe early 65. It's the late one. So, perfect. I did a check on all the numbers, and this one here came up as 375 horse stock. So I think we can push 450, 500 out of it easy all day. I'll be happy at 450. We'll see. Go from there. She'll have lots of torque. She'll definitely be able to light the tires up. Anyway, I'm going to disconnect the transmission now before the rain starts again and go from there. Alright, we got the engine pulled around to the other bay here. Been loading that up in the pickup here at the end of the day. So anyway, I'd mentioned to you that I'd gotten some cool stuff during the week. That is, I just stepped in. Anyway, picked up this old tractor grill shell, Hercules power. You know, kind of cool. It's still got the old instructions down the side on starting it. Tell you what way to oil, all that kind of shit. That's a cool item. Hang that on a wall, put some little boards in between, make a shelf out of it, put a mirror behind it, do whatever you want. It's going to wind up out here in yard art. Now I got this. This is a reproduction, I get it. You know, Dominion Royal tires. But what's nice about this being a reproduction is the sucker's double-sided. So that's kind of cool. German developed STP, add to your oil. Look at that. Put some STP cans there. That's definitely going to go out in front of the shop. And look at this. Dirty, worn out spark plugs waste gas. The new AC spark plugs save you up to 3 times their cost every 10,000 miles. Replaced with a hot tip. That's cool. That's going to stay in the shop. The horse on there, and he's got his fucking dummy hat on saying he went to college. Yeah, I guess so, right? Must mean he's a smart guy. Anyway, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. How do I find this stuff, you ask? Well, I'm on Marketplace all the time. Craigslist, hit and miss. Craigslist is a bit boring now. Marketplace kind of took over. I just watch things. I watch all over what's going on. And you know what else I do? If somebody is selling something and they've got a picture of it, like say this STP thing, and in the background I see other stuff, because I always zoom in at what they're selling, I'm like, what's up with the stuff in the back there? Like, you know, are you selling that? If you are, what do you want? Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Anyway, doesn't hurt to ask. All they can say is no. So there we go. So anyway, I think I'm going to get started on on welding up the firewall. We're going to get back onto that right now and see where we get from there. Okay, so we're getting a lot of the holes welded up here. I say, obviously that's your brake. That hole I'm leaving just for wiring. I'm leaving that hole for wiring. This hole's my gas pedal. You can see where I put an X. I got my drill out with a hole saw, and I got a grommet that fits a hole saw. going to drill a hole there too. What that's going to be is that's going to be any wiring that's coming off my panel. It's got to go down to my starter, oil pressure gauge, all that. So everything's kind of tucked in behind, hidden. I don't like to hide my wiring completely where it's gone, buried up under fenders. I like to still put it where I can get to it, but there's no need for me to have it looping all across the firewall like it would have been, right? So that there. I'm going to make a plate for here, because that's where the heater go. Weld that up, because I don't plan on, same as here, these here, I just use washers actually. I don't plan on running a heater, and inside the car I bought the original delete plate that goes on where the car would have it there if it never had a heater. They made a delete plate for here too that went here, but I honestly, this is one car I probably don't plan on selling. So, I mean, some people would put the delete plate on and just leave the holes in case somebody wants to buy it and put a heater in it, but I mean, everything's for sale for the right amount of money, but this car is going to stick with me for at least quite a while, at least a good 5 to 10 years. So let the next guy worry about a heater if he wants to. And he'll easily be able to pull the carpeting back if I put carpeting in it and see where I've welded it and cut it out if he wants to. But, not worried about it. So yeah, I'm gonna cut a hole right there right now and get some washers put in there, and then make a plate and weld them other holes up, and then we're gonna start cleaning up the welds. A good suggestion that I've told you in the past: when you take a hole saw and you cut a hole somewhere, you're always using different sizes. Keep those pieces of metal you've cut out. Throw them somewhere. Throw them in a box, anywhere. They come in handy someday if you're trying to patch a hole, because they might just happen to fit that hole. Hold there for a magnet, do a couple tacks, take it off, weld it up, and all you gotta do is weld the little hole where the drill bit itself went in. I'm just saying, I would hang on to them. I don't hang on to every single one of them because I've got a bunch here, but I'm just saying it's a good idea to hang on to some of them. So yeah. I'm going to do some cutting, some grinding, and it's just a good Sunday fun day. That's all it is. Oh, and I went, in between filming here, I went and I put a few things up in my shop. I got a few things, you know, like you remember my STP thing I just showed you? Well, I put that away. I haven't put the grill shell away there yet, or the sign, but I put this guy, the spark plugs, right there on top of the old gas pump, and I put a few things on it. Do you know what these guys are? Come on, who's guessing what these are? Look at them. What are those? What is that? Come on. Remember now, in the 50s, everything was about space age, because you had all the astronauts and all that stuff. You had all this stuff going on, race to go to the moon and everything. What are they about? There's two more right there. What are they about? Do you want me to tell you what they're about? They are antenna toppers. They're just a decorative thing. Went on your antenna, if you can see right here. It would just, let me get it down here. You just put it up, that's what you got that little bracket for, and it would hook onto your antenna. They would always say to you that it's going to give you a little better reception in the day, but they were just antenna toppers. They were neat, cool little things that they had. So, let's say I put a few trinkets there, and then I put a few more trinkets finally up on this shelf up here. And let me zoom in here for you. So you know we got... And these boxes are all full. They all have the stuff in them still. So I put those there. And I did that in between filming. I take a break sometimes for a couple minutes, you know. I like to take a break. I like to come in my room. I've always got a video going in the background for myself. I always got a hot rod video on every Sunday, you know, and if I don't feel like sitting in here for like 5 or 10 minutes just to take a break, and then I come over here to the bar, and I come in the bar, and in the bar I've got country music playing, you know. So, and I got the old Model A in here. Just getting ready. I got to get this oil pan switched out. Still haven't done that, but whatever. I got my VIN tags all done. So it's stamped on the frame, the number for this car. And you can see it, but there's not a tag on the body, so I got myself a tag and I'm going to be putting that on. So I got the tag for that. But yeah, so I come over here, sometimes hang out. And hang out here, that's just what I do on Sunday. And the wife comes out here and joins me, and we have a we have a non-alcoholic beer because she's pretty good. She knows on Sundays I don't want to be drinking when I'm working on my cars and messing around. So she brings in a non-alcoholic beer. Sometimes we just have a water together or a pop. Just depends. Anyway, yeah. What else is going on? I don't think I put anything else up in between. Oh, I put these up right here. Let me turn this down because that'll get me restricted before. I don't know if you can read this or not. Glows when water's needed. And you used to put one of these on top of your battery. Believe it or not, still in the package, unopened. Had those stashed away forever, and thought, God, I gotta put those out. Oh, I've killed the whole radio here for some reason now. God damn sons of bitch. What happened to it? What do we got it on today? We got it on 50s gold today. I was listening to Elvis when I was at the gym this morning. Today we got it on 50s gold. Yeah, I know. Working out to Elvis. Working out listening to Elvis. Oh, I tell you, it's pretty hard when he starts singing those gospel songs. Things just slow right down. Anyway, here we go. Okay, firewall is welded up. Heater's all closed off. These holes here for hood hinges. Like I say, I drilled the hole for anything going to the back of the engine, down to the starter, gas pedal. I drilled a hole up here, small one, made sure grommet fit. I am going to put wipers in this car because I tend to get caught in the rain all the time. I do want to take this car again on to places, to car runs and that. Heater doesn't concern me. Wipers maybe a bit. Usually I just run Rain-X on my windows. I don't have a problem. But it's just nice to have a set of wipers in case. So I'm going to run the wire for the wipers right there so it's just tucked away. Or else it would have been coming through like that harness, been looped around. Just simple there. Because that's going to be my main wiring harness. My clutch pedal assembly, brakes, done. Done. If we need anything else, we'll put it in later. But yeah, we're going to have lots of room. Now another thing I like to do on my cars sometimes when I'm playing with the firewalls is, whoops, I like to get under here and I usually do one or two over there. I usually do one in the center, I should say, and one or two on either side. And what I do is I weld on some studs underneath the dash. So if you need to ground it to something you're not drilling in the dash, it's got a stud welded there, you just bolt and nut it to the stud. And I'm going to have plenty of room all over now that I'm not going to have a heater in here. So this is going to be beautiful. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to measure up. I want to put another brace across here. I think I'm going to see if I've got some tubing for that. If I do, I'll do that next. And then, yeah, I'm not sure here where I'm going to go with it next now. But I will find something I need to do to it. And remember, I do have to load the engine here after. It is just after lunch now. So I got like 3 hours left to play. And of course now it's just pissing down rain. The weather's weird. And you saw me take this out. It was actually clear and not sunny, but clear. And now it's just pouring down. So I don't know. It's just coming down in buckets. But yeah, I think I'm going to put a couple more braces in here, at least do that right now, and start cleaning a few things up. Maybe even start cutting some of the floor away. I didn't intend on cutting the floor out because honestly, this car is done. I did it. My plan, for like I said at the beginning of May, was to have the shoebox welded from the firewall back, which it is, and in first bodywork and primer, which it's not, but that's Sean. I'll get him on it soon. We're busy here. The next goal was to have this car, all the welding on the outside done. That's it, and the engine had been fitted. I did it. I'm done. Today's the day. Next goal was to try and get my Model A running better. She's not running that good. I'm going to play with that, which I've been playing with that in between things. I got to do the, let's say, I got to do the oil pan in it, get it running better, put some Vintags on it, get all the gloss in it. Gloss is in, Vintags are going on. It is running a little better now. I've been playing with it. I had a buddy over here, Jeff. He gave me a hand with it, so we played with it a little bit, and it is running better. Next big step is the oil pan. So I've got to get that over with, and I can actually, well, if the weather ever stops raining, try it out. What was my other goal? Wife's wagon, rust repair on the rear quarters done. Well, I got one side done, and swap out all the rear suspension for tubular suspension. So it's all here. I just got to do that and put a new sway bar on the front. So I got to get that done before the 1st of May. And my 58 Ford, get the disc brakes on it, which I forgot to show you guys. I do have the disc brake conversion kit. Came in, I've got it here, except they shorted me on the hoses and the bracket and the proportioning valve. So now I'm stuck waiting another 2 weeks for that. But that's the wife's coils for a wagon, the new ones. Brackets, caliper, bolts, all the bullshit, booster, master, you know, it's all there. So now I'm waiting. Now I'm waiting on proportioning valve and a bracket for the proportioning valve and the hoses. I don't want to take the car apart and get all that done yet, because believe it or not, I've got that car insured right now. I keep it insured all year round because it's got a modified plate on it. So I do take it out once in a while. So I'd sooner just take it apart when I got all the parts. So that's about it. What's happening here? What's happening? Oh, there's a video. Where are we doing a video of a video? I don't even know what I'm watching here. This is an old video. Very old video. This is bulletproof, it says. 4 of them. I don't know. I throw the TV on every weekend, let's say. But I don't sit in here. I like the fact that TV is in a separate room from where my working on my car is, because if it was in here with me, I would tend to get carried away watching the TV and never get nothing done. Where in there, I go in there and I just take a break for 5 minutes or so, and I watch these guys in their cars, and I get all excited, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta get on mine, and then I come in here. So that's what's going on. All right, we'll just we're cutting away the floors here, flashing our sides out somewhat. I got to take it out up to the toe board there where it joins, and I got to take it all the way back here. I got to drill out all the spot welds for the bracing for the rear seat and get that all out of there. Drill them all out around the wheel tubs, because that whole floor has got to go, because I bought the whole floor one big unit. But we're running out of time here, so I'm going to be stopping this video, I think, just because I got to load the engine in the truck, and it's pissing down rain. It's 3:30 now. So time I clean up, get the truck moved around back here, get the engine in it, all that. It's going to be another hour gone. So it wasn't much of a video today for you guys, but I got shit done and I'm happy. So that's the main thing, and the engine's off to the machine shop. Like I said, it's going to be there a while. This car is not on the road till next spring. I'm hoping to have it on the road for May or June is what I'm aiming for. Remember, this car is just basically paint, body, running gear. No interior. I'm not gonna bother. You know, some Dynamat and shit like that, and a decent front seat. But yeah, I'm not. It's not that kind of car. You know what I mean? It's just not. So I sooner save that money for the shoebox, which I really want to do really nice inside. But this car will still be super nice outside. Like, I can always do the interior later. But for now, I just want to get it on the road for next summer. So that's that. Now, I probably won't be here next Sunday because we've got the Haney Automotive Swap Meet down here in the Lower Mainland over in Maple Ridge. So the only way I'll be here Sunday, if it's a downpour, pissing down rain like it is today, then I'm not going to go to Haney. As much as a few people will be over there, I'm not into getting soaking wet when I can spend my day here in the shop. But so far, the weather says it's going to be decent weather on the weekend. So take it at that, right? Day by day. So if I'm here next Sunday, I'm here next Sunday. And if I'm not, I'll try and grab a few pictures and I'll post them on my Facebook of the swap meet. There you go. Hey, thanks for watching. It's always a good time at all time.